Camille. Oh, boy. Camille with Mercedes Mone defeated Jasmine Howe and Clara Carter. Two jobbers, enhancement talents, that could not be any more or less interested than they were tonight. Quick squash match. We got Camille mowing down Howe with a lariat and then a pump kick to Carter. Spinning sit-out torture rack bomb on Jasmine Howe as Carter was dropped with a sit-out dominator for the 1-2-3. Mercedes is in the ring. She stood over these poor victims before Camille dispatched them. Crowd didn't react to anything Mone was saying. Mone said Britt Baker isn't here again this week, and thanks to her EVPs for making that happen. Mone ran down Baker before Tony Schiavone appeared on stage and said, well, listen, I am being informed by Christopher Daniels that Tony Khan had overturned the Young Bucks' decision and lifted the suspension of Britt Baker. So she's here via satellite, which got booed. So Baker's on the big screen, and she said, Mone can get her suspended all she wants. Now, did Mone get Britt suspended? No. Britt got Britt suspended. She can't run. Come all in. Baker said when she makes a commitment to something, she sees it through the end, unlike Mone, who takes her ball and goes home whenever things don't go her way. AEW is the flavor of the month to Mone, but to Baker, it's home. Mone can count all her money, but at All In, Baker will be the first person to defeat her. She has 7 days to figure out how to get her hands on Mone, and she can trust her. She's a doctor. DMD. I don't know. Listen. I think Mercedes is great. I do. We both love Mercedes. But if we are being real, like we usually are, and honest, like we usually are, Mercedes' run in AEW has been absolutely a fucking fail.
Yes.
It has been a fail. This segment...
I've been the number one proponent telling people who said it was a fail like 2 weeks in to calm the fuck down and give the woman time to get her feet settled and see where it goes and everything. That time has passed.
When did she make the debut? In May? Was it May? Or June? What was it? April? It was April, right?
I forgot.
March? It was March. I think it was March. Yeah, Big Business was in March. You go back all the way to March, and Jesse and I were correct. Give it time. See how they do. Right? The Willow stuff was okay. The match with Stephanie Vaquer was great. After that, I don't know what the fuck we're doing. I don't know where we're going. And I don't know why this shit seems so fucking cold. You know, the MJF and Britt Baker news that came out is now more interesting than whatever Britt is doing with Mercedes. And that, again, should not be.
Nope.
I don't know where we go with this. This was a fucking slam dunk, grand slam feud. It was. How could you sit there and take Mercedes, who has the prestige and the legacy that she's developed for herself, coming from where she came from, and you have Britt Baker, who's the first female signed to AEW, and this isn't the hottest fucking feud in the entire company. If you wanted anything close to WWE versus AEW, this was it. What the fuck have they given us? Well, they've given us nothing.
So they brought back Britt. She was out for a long time. Wanted Britt Baker back. They brought her back and put her in a program with someone who is ice fucking cold. They may want Mercedes to be hot. They put a title on her, but I'm sorry, she's just not hot right now. She had no momentum going into this, and she has no momentum during this. And it's not like putting her with Britt was going to pick up the momentum all of a sudden, because we just don't care about what Mercedes is doing with that cringe-ass music and dance that she does. I mean, I saw her at like a game, like some kind of game or something like that. And I was at a mall maybe, and she was trying to get the crowd to start chanting CEO, and she started doing that cringe. It was the cringiest shit that I've seen in a long fucking time.
What was that, at Comic-Con?
Yeah, maybe it was. No one is interested in this gimmick of hers. It's not her personally. I mean, I hope she's not taking it personal, but the gimmick is just not working. It's just not working. It needs to be revamped. It needs to be adjusted, shifted. She's turned heel. Still, no one gives a shit about it. It's just not fucking working, man. I wish I had an instant fix for a suggestion, but I don't. All I can say is it's not working.
I don't. Listen, I mean, absolutely, before anybody takes me out of context, I mean, absolutely nothing negative about Mercedes, the pro wrestler. She is one of the greatest of all time. One of the best women's, I said this, I could fucking puke how many times I said this. The greatest women's match of all time at TakeOver Brooklyn, number 1 with Bayley. The most influential match ever for women, that match. What she's done in WWE was always going to follow her around wherever she went. Sasha Banks and the aura of Sasha Banks was always going to follow her, and she was never going to live up to Sasha Banks. Everybody knows her as Sasha Banks. This Mercedes gimmick is a take on Sasha, but Mercedes Mone is not Sasha. Sasha Banks was cool. Sasha Banks had it. Sasha Banks, you know, you look at Sasha and she showed up on screen and you put her side by side next to Becky and Charlotte. Out of all the horsewomen, who's the biggest star? Sasha Banks was the biggest star. I don't have to hear a word out of her mouth. I don't have to see her fucking throw a wrestling move in the ring. She was the biggest star. Here, with this gimmick, with what she's doing now, this run has fucking failed. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if Mercedes has creative control. I don't know how much say she has over what she does. I don't know if it's Jennifer Pepperman. I don't know if it's Tony Khan or a mixture of everybody involved here. This shit sucks. I said it before. I'm going to say it again. This was a slam dunk. You wanted anything close. Tony Khan's out there having fucking interviews. Would you be open to working with WWE as some sort of forbidden door? They don't want to work with you. But you know what you had at your disposal? You got Sasha Banks in the fucking company, and you got Britt Baker, 2 of the biggest fucking egos in the entire wrestling industry, right underneath your fucking nose, and you do nothing to sell that to us on TV? You couldn't develop any type of story between Sasha Banks, where she came from, coming on into AEW, treating this shit like the WWE locker room, like she owns the fucking joint, for Britt Baker, and she's sitting there as calm and cool and collected as she is. Are you fucking kidding me? The Brit I want to see is the Brit that supposedly told MJF, his girlfriend, fuck you, bitch. That's the Brit I want to see. To Mercedes. Why are we getting Brit backstage to a non-performer, and the Brit we're getting on television is nowhere close to the Brit that we need to see?
Yeah. Nope,
Tell me when I'm telling lies. Someone.
That might be a little bit of an idea that you may have tripped on upon right there. Since this gimmick is not working, maybe try a little injection of reality into this gimmick. Maybe try injecting just a little bit of a dose of playing on what the fans are talking about. We're talking about how this gimmick isn't working and shit like that. And make it just a hard bailout from this whole CEO gimmick bullshit. Have her come out, do the fucking dance, have the fucking cheesy glasses and shit. And all of a sudden, like, you know what? Basically, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Rips it off, fucking walks out, comes back in a couple of weeks, hit the reset button. Try it again. Come back, try it again. This is not working. I don't even think this is salvageable at this point. The stink on this debut for Mercedes at this gimmick will not go away with a slight twist. We've got to change something, and we got to change it big time. It's not going to work. It's not going to fucking work.
Britt Baker is being used as a catalyst. This may be her own doing. I don't really give a shit one way or another. I'm glad she's back on TV, but let's be honest. She's being used here to propel Mercedes Mone to whatever she's got to do next. Jamie Hayter's on her way back, more than likely via this storyline. And Britt Baker is going to be a third wheel, because when Jamie Hayter comes back, everybody's going to want to care about Jamie more than they do Britt. That's the reality of the situation. So what I'm getting at here is, Britt, the way she carried herself tonight, there was zero interest. in this feud. Zero. It's almost as if Britt is speaking to us through fucking with some mind control. You know, it's almost like she knows what she's in for and knows where she's going. She just emits this behavior that she don't want to be there anymore. And that may be the best thing for her, because all I hear is drama, drama, drama. Britt's back for fucking half a cup of coffee, and she's already cursing out MJF's girlfriend, fiance, whatever she is. Why? Why? I don't get it. Do you want to be there or do you not want to be there? Do you want to help the company or you do not give a fuck about the company? Sounds like Britt doesn't give a shit about the fucking company. She can go sit in the WWE women's locker room where she won't be able to get away with half the fucking bullshit that we hear here. Go!
So we're not there in that locker room. We don't hear any of that shit that's happening. We're just hearing it third party and all the other bullshit. But I can say this with the utmost confidence. Either one of the two things are happening. Either everyone and their mom is lying on Britt Baker and her actions in that locker room, or she really is everything that people says. There is only one of two things. A, are they lying on her? Or are they fucking right? Which one is it? Now, I'm a firm believer in the common denominator theory, but I'm not going to get into that because, like I said, we were not there. But for some reason, multiple different people who don't have any association with each other keep saying that Britt Baker is an issue in the women's locker room.
This is why I took a middle-of-the-road approach. I don't know what happened. I don't, nor do I care. But at the end of the day, whatever happened there is being more talked about than this fucking match. That's a problem. And Solomon Monster and I discussed this last night on TNT. Someone there, I don't know who it is. I have a hunch. Someone's leaking this shit to the fucking dirt sheets. One side of the story's out, and then you hear another side of the fucking story. He said, she said. Do I believe MJF barged into the women's locker room, started cursing out Britt? No, I don't fucking believe that for a goddamn fucking second. You know, the MJF has been on record publicly stating how great of a women's locker room it is. He's the face of that fucking company. What type of leader would he be if he barged into the women's locker room, cursed out Britt, and punched a hole in the fucking wall? You kidding me?
I don't know. Whoever it is already trying to get information out to the dirt sheets to control the narrative, though.
Did I say Britt has a stance if she was upset with MJF and Will Ospreay going 1 hour? Sure. Look at what happened on social media. Fans attacked me for liking the fucking match. God knows what they're thinking. Hey, man, these guys they're getting 1 hour. What about my shit? I got a big match with this fucking, this one here. Miss WWE, where's my fucking segment? We got 3 minutes. These guys got 1 hour? I get it.
Last time I checked, MJF's girlfriend does not book the Dynamite shows.
No.
Now, maybe they changed the structure in the back, but I don't think getting upset with MJF's girlfriend is the one to get upset about a match going on Dynamite. Again, I don't think Alicia is booking the matches, but I could be wrong.
Do we know for sure that Britt said what she said? Fuck you, bitch. We don't know. We weren't there.
Don't know.
Have other stories come out where same exact dialogue and behavior and attitude have kind of come forth? Yeah, I mean,
we do know that Human Resources looked into the matter and interviewed multiple people, and they're finding they didn't say that other people said Britt said it, but we know HR looked into it, and after their findings, they suspended Britt. That's what we know for sure. Was
Britt suspended for saying "fuck you, bitch" to a non-performer? No, she was not suspended and fined for saying "fuck you, bitch" to somebody else. Give me a break. Something else happened, or string of things have happened over the last several months, maybe dating back to when she's been off TV for 10 months, 11 months. The fuck did she do in 3 weeks that she got suspended? Plus, it's MJF. You think they're going to suspend MJF and fine MJF and take MJF off television? No, you're not going to take MJF off television, man. Give me a break. Come on. But Britt Baker, she's expendable. Now she is anyway. She can't pull that weight anymore.
I don't think she's expendable. I really don't. I think she's vital.
She is vital. I'm just in a theory. I'm just thinking out loud. Apparently, to what management may be thinking. Who are you going to suspend? If you got one of the, who are you going to suspend? MJF or Britt Baker?
Yeah, I mean, their company, they don't have to suspend anyone. But
Well-
if their findings suggest otherwise, then they have to.
Maybe the prior instances should have been addressed with Britt coming back. Why did it even reach that point?
Was there a change in the locker room situation since she came back? Was Alicia not in that locker room before? And when she comes back, Alicia's in there, and she already had an issue with Max, and she didn't want his girlfriend back there. So I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I don't fucking know.
Is Alicia wrong for going to tell her significant other that, hey, honey, they're talking shit about you in the women's locker room. They said these nasty things to you. I mean, is she wrong? I would want my significant other to go and tell me something
in a
was
fucking
wrong.
locker room with a bunch of other women talking shit about me. I would expect her to tell me. What I would question
Other women, I don't know if they're still together or not, depending on the fucking rumors who you talk. If Britt Baker was with somebody, in this instance, Adam Cole, if someone was talking shit to Adam Cole, you don't think Britt Baker would go tell Adam Cole or vice versa?
Oh, no, she'd keep it to herself, code of the locker room.
Come on.
My question would be, why would you talk shit about someone with their significant other sitting right there in your face? That's just me. I mean, that's just disrespectful. I mean, you're just sitting there. Yeah, he got a fucking hour-long match and everything. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Wait till I leave or something? It's just fucking rude.
Out of all the things to complain about, giving those two guys 1 hour was the one thing that you really put your fucking, your dentist jacket on? Really? That's what you're complaining about? There's no other part of this show that you deem complaining about. Worthy of complaining about. That's what you go with.
Like
The match, I said this several times, the match itself actually grew in rating the longer it went. Not like they lost viewers.
There was probably other standing issues that just made this worse,
I don't know. The feud itself, this segment was, it almost came off as, it came off like nothing. No heat and zero heat. You gave Mercedes a heater in Camille. You got her out there beating fucking two jobbers who don't even look good, happy to be there. And then Mercedes said twice, Britt's not here, Britt's not here. And then we get a fucking via satellite, Britt's there. Zero emotion from Britt Baker. What are we doing?
I don't know if they are fumbling this Camille debut, or, I mean, I think they fumbled it, or it's just her proximity to Mercedes and it's just not working that way. I mean, if Mercedes isn't over, how is she supposed to help get someone else over? Did anybody think about that? Camille has already had 2 matches in the company. Mercedes has only had 3.
It's crazy.
I mean, I don't think, did anyone think about that? If Mercedes is not over herself, how is she supposed to get someone over who has no notability at all amongst your audience? How?
I don't know. They are limping into All In with this feud, man. They got 2 weeks to figure this shit out. Contract signing, face-to-face. I need bitch Britt Baker. You got the sympathetic promo out of the way. That was great. Her promo was very good on that, and I don't know what the fuck happened since then. I need to see bitch Britt Baker. I need to see the Britt Baker that supposedly told Alicia, fuck you, bitch. That's the Britt I need.
Yeah, we need a camera in that women's locker room.
Enough of this bullshit. I don't know what's going on, who's booking what, whose ideas are filtering through. Whatever happened tonight, this shit is a black mark on this feud, and they got 2 weeks to fix it.